What happens on the Day of Judgment if you do that?
285.
It's just a question. It's just a question.
There's nothing on the Day of Judgment.
No. What does it say? 285.
Okay, so 285.
If I've got Surah back, let me just check I've got it right. I can't even spell it now. 1 second. What was the?
It's here, yeah? I've got it. 285, yeah?
Unless he firmly believes in what was being relieved to him, Lord, and such believes that all believes in Allah as in. That's not the one. That's not the right one. That's the one out. What was I saying?
What was it about?
It's about right because there's I say the thing what gets me is that Muslims say that the Injeel and the Gospel is corrupted, yeah, but then always go back to it. So I said, how can you tell me that a book is corrupted, but then always go back to it to prove a point? And I said, in the Quran, there's a verse that tells you that you can't use parts of it. Okay. You can only use.
Let's take one step at a time. Yeah. So the first thing that you said was the Quran is saying to go back to it. What's it?
So yeah, the book. So when Allah reveals Himself to Muhammad, and
but what's it though?
Let me tell you. So he says if you're in doubt on what I've revealed, go back to the previous scripture. Go back to the people of the book who read the previous scriptures.
Referring to what?
Referring to the Gospel, the Injeel, and the Gospel. That's what they were.
Do you believe you have the Injeel?
Do you know what the Injeel is?
One step at a time, yeah? So you've said Injeel, yeah?
Yeah, the Injeel.
So my question to you is, do you have the Injeel?
Well, Christians reckon we have the Injeel, yeah. Do you know what the Injeel is?
Okay, so I'm going to answer.
Go on then.
So if you're saying that the Christians say that they have the Injeel,
which is the Gospel or the Torah.
So surely the criteria of the Injeel, because it's mentioned in the Quran, the criteria should also be from the Quran, right? Because the term Injeel, the book Injeel is from the Quran, right, then the criteria should also be from the Quran, right?
Right. No, what do you mean the criteria should also be from the Quran?
Because the word Injeel is found in the Quran. It's not found in the Gospels, right? It's found in the Quran.
That's what it is, isn't it? So tell me what the Injeel is.
But first we need to establish what you mean by this. What is the Injeel? The Injeel according to what epistemology?
What is the Injeel?
According to Muslims or according to Christians?
According to Muslims, what's the Injeel?
Okay, so now we've established a baseline. According to Muslims, Injeel is a scripture that was revealed to Jesus in his language to his people.
What was his language?
His language was Aramaic.
How do you know that?
Because pretty much any credible historian today and in the past has told us that it's Aramaic.
From where? Where did he get that from?
Stop jumping.
I'm not jumping, I'm asking you.
You are.
Where did you get it from?
You've shotgunned me with 4 questions, right? So, relax, yeah?
Right, go on.
So you said, how do we know that it's Aramaic?
Yeah.
No credible scholar worth of his salt has claimed that he doesn't speak Aramaic or any derivation. Okay, next question.
Where did he get that? Where did he get that they know that Jesus spoke Aramaic?
Historically,
Where?
Okay, I'm telling you. From manuscripts, from regression of languages, from the history of languages, the study of languages, the history of Christianity.
What is the number one source that they got that Jesus spoke Aramaic?
Historical evidence.
Where? What is it?
What do you mean where?
What is the historical evidence?
Yeah, manuscripts. Historical manuscripts.
So it's the Bible, isn't it?
No, Syriac manuscripts.
Okay then. Okay. So if it's not the Bible, where?
I just told you Syriac manuscripts. Next question.
So you say you know where Jesus is then? Where was Jesus born?
I know where Jesus is. When did I say I know where Jesus is?
You say you know the basic life of Jesus.
One second.
So you asked me. You won't answer the question.
Brother, you asked me 5 questions. I've answered your 5 questions.
Yeah, but you haven't. Where is the only source, proper source that you get where Jesus spoke Aramaic? There's only one.
I just told you Syriac manuscripts.
It's the Bible. The Bible. Bible is the only place where you can find
where does the Bible say Jesus spoke Aramaic?
Yes. Where does the Bible say Jesus spoke Aramaic?
Yes.
He's Greek, man. He's not even Arabic.
Wait.
Aramaic is broken Hebrew.
He was Greek.
Brother, you're going to distract him.
No, it is Greek.
Show me from the Bible, because you told me many times that the Bible is telling us that Jesus spoke Aramaic. Where?
Matthew 7, he says Raka.
Dawah raka baka kaka, yeah? Show me in the Bible where it says Jesus spoke Aramaic. You are very passionate. Show me that passion.
So, can I speak? It doesn't actually say he spoke Aramaic. However,
Brother, I'm speaking to him, yeah? So he's going to show me evidence now because he came with a lot of energy. Come forward. Come forward. Come forward.
You're gonna speak to one person and get the one. Listen to me. You want the truth
Mark
or
5
you want
verse
the
41, where it shows him using Aramaic phrases.
Last time he ran away from
Right, he uses Arabic. It doesn't specifically say in the Bible that he speaks Aramaic.
So it doesn't say it.
But he uses Aramaic.
So it
sources,
doesn't
yeah?
say Jesus spoke Aramaic in the Bible.
Yeah. Talifa Kum.
Okay, bonjour, commissariat de police. Okay, does that mean I speak French now? Because I've got a couple of phrases in French. Je m'appelle Zishan. Je suis grande. Je suis marron.
Yeah, it's French.
Does that mean I speak French? Because I've used a couple of phrases in French, does that mean I speak French now?
Speak French a bit.
Yeah, you speak French. But it's like,
Okay,
that's
no.
like me saying,
But what you should.
Salam alaikum. Does that mean I speak Arabic?
Well, absolutely not. So according to your criteria, you've refuted yourself. Because you said there's a few phrases of Aramaic. Does that mean, according to the Bible, that Jesus now speaks Greek? Sorry, Aramaic. No, he doesn't.
Why would he say a few phrases in Aramaic?
Yeah, go on then.
What do you mean go on then? I'm speaking to you. I'll speak to him later. So what's your next question? So now that the Bible does not tell us explicitly that Jesus speaks Aramaic, what's the evidence then? What's the evidence that Jesus spoke Aramaic? I'll use your question then. If you're saying the Bible is the only source, and now we've proven the Bible does not say that, where are we going to get that information from?
Pardon?
Where are we going to get that information from?
But you're
Exactly my
How
point.
can Muhammad
Come forward.
say, go to the people of the book if they don't have
Brother,
the book?
come forward.
What do you mean?
But that's
Come
the-
forward.
that's the
What's your
question.
next
If
question? That's what I'm saying is better for him.
If Muhammad, if the Bible is corrupt,
Okay, now you can come forward. What's your
It
question?
means that
I don't
Muhammad
really
is a
have a
false
question.
prophet.
I just heard the response that you were saying.
Muhammad never said the Bible is corrupt.
And you said
Muhammad
Yeah, I was
never
responding
said
to a
the Bible
question
is
that he
corrupt.
said.
What does
Which is
Muhammad
fair.
say? Listen,
And obviously,
what does Muhammad say? The
You
Bible is
corrected
corrupt?
him. That's
Listen
fine.
to me. What does Muhammad say? The Bible is corrupt? Never.
Don't take parts.
So you believe the things Muhammad doesn't believe?
I believe you can find that in Galatians 1.
No, in the Quran.
Oh, the
Where
Quran.
it says-
I'm not Muslim. I don't know when it
You're
comes
for
to
Muhammad.
Okay, let me speak about that then. That's a different
I'm
question.
just trying to find it. I'll find it.
Well, I know what you're referring to. Come forward. Come
So go on,
forward.
what is
I
that?
quoted that today.
Go on,
Right. So your point was that the Quran confirms you said the gospel, yeah? So I told you that the Quran confirms the Injeel.
Right.
And then you're saying that Christians
Injeel?
claim that they have the Injeel.
What is Injeel?
Where have they made that claim
What
that they
is
have the
Injeel?
Injeel? Because I gave you the definition
No,
of
that wasn't
Injeel.
my question. My question was the thing that gets me is that Muslims will say that the Bible and the Gospel is corrupted, but then go to it to prove their point. So
I told you the Quran
question
is
was-
referring to Injeel, not the gospel that you have in your hand today.
He's pretty much saying that, for example, if
I know what he's saying, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Let him
Okay.
get out.
So I can't expand. Well,
I'm patient, bro.
Yeah, I get that. But I've got little bits of knowledge. I'm not.
No problem. I'll help you
But
then.
all I'm
Just
trying to,
as
all
long
I'm
as
trying to
we're
say,
relaxed with each other.
I'm not,
Do
but
you mind if
all,
I ask a question? Is that okay?
Say that again.
Can I ask a question?
Let me finish his one,
Yeah.
so he gets to it
so-
because he
so
mentioned
all
it
of
last
us-
week as well.
yeah.
I don't want to dismiss him too
all,
quickly.
all I want to say is that's my main point. You say one thing, but then use the other, and then there's a scripture. I thought it was Cyril Bacchia 285. It might be wrong.
I've understood your point, yeah? Let me know if I've answered your question or not
Right,
after
go on.
I've made my point, yeah? So the Quran refers to the Injeel. Yeah?
Right.
The Injeel, like I mentioned to you,
Okay.
was a scripture that we believe
Yeah.
was revealed to Jesus in
Yeah.
his language to his people. That's the
Okay.
criteria from the Quran.
Okay, I get
now,
that.
the Christian claim is that the Injeel is referring to the gospel in their hands today,
Right.
which the burden of proof is on them.
Right.
That's not an argument that I'm making.
Okay.
However, when the Quran is talking about tell them or go to them, this, that is not referring to the whole book that's in their hand. For
So there was no
example,
book. There's no
in the
proof of a
Bible,
book.
when Jesus
Printed by
says,
the Quran.
go to the
That's what it
Pharisees
says.
for the law,
Is it-
take from them. No Christian worth their salt is going to say Jesus is saying take everything from them, every little thing, because they didn't believe in the Trinity. They believed that he was, all sorts of blasphemous things. It doesn't mean you're going to take those things as well.
Right.
It means that you're taking from them whatever Jesus is referring to, like parts of it, right? Not all of their beliefs, right?
Laws of Moses.
Say that again?
The laws of Moses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but they held other beliefs as well.
Well, okay, yeah, I
Do you see?
understand that.
So, there's something called totem pro parte, which means apart, for example, the Quran talks about they got their fingers in their ears.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the whole finger is gone in their ear.
Okay.
So when the Quran is referring to the previous scriptures,
Yeah.
it's not referring to them in entirety. It's referring to the parts of them that are preserved.
All right. So which part preserves then? How do you know which part of that book is preserved?
Okay.
The ones that correspond with the Quran.
Yeah, but and you're going to say the ones that correspond with the Quran, yeah?
I heard it.
Yeah, that's what you're
Yeah,
going
I
to say.
heard it.
But how do you know? How can you tell me that little bit of your scripture is the true part just because it lines up with your book? Yeah.
Right. So that then leads to a different set of that takes us to a different part of the debate, which is which scripture is actually from God.
Right.
So that's where the next question goes. And then if we determine which one is more likely to be from God, then we take whatever claims are within it to be from God. And one of the criteria that I would say for it to be from God is, well, there are a few criteria. Number one, the criteria should be that it claims to be from God.
Right.
Yeah. Number two, it has to be preserved, right? Because if a book has been changed, then it's not from God, right?
Okay, so this is what
You
gets
accept
me
that,
about
yeah?
you, right? I understand all that and I get that, but when you say when the book has been changed, yeah. So where are you? Where in? You're from England, yeah?
Brother, I'm in this.
Yeah, you're from England, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. So if I went to Morocco, right, and I wanted to read the Quran in Morocco, what Quran would I read?
The Quran that's there.
No, right. So you read the Hafs Quran, yeah? The Hafs
What do you mean
Quran,
Hafs Quran? What do you mean by that?
like so the Quran,
Yeah.
it has. Is it recipitators or transgressions? So
don't know what you're talking
so if
about,
I went.
He's referring to the different Qurans.
No, but he needs to make his point. If
Yeah,
he's
so I'm
making the
referring
point,
to
he needs
different.
to be able to articulate it.
So I'm referring to different Qurans. Yeah. So if I go to,
There's no different Qurans. That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Right. So you say there isn't, but so if you've got your Quran, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I went to Morocco, that Quran would be completely different to your Quran. They're not.
One second.
What makes a Quran the same? What makes it different? If there's different words,
Brother, to me or to him?
Right.
Brother,
Okay.
can I finish the discussion, please?
Can Allah lie? Can Allah lie? Can Allah lie? Can Allah lie?
Can he just ask you the question? It's the same question.
God is not a man that he can lie. That's what the Bible said. In truth, God is not a man.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Right. So I can't get the question across properly. He's going to do it for me.
Because I asked you as well before, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I know.
You said no.
Ask if I had any questions. No, I do have questions. As the conversations progress, I have some questions.
Do you guys want to do it together then?
Not so. In regards to what he's asking,
Do you guys want to do it together?
it doesn't have to be together. I just want to ask a few questions.
No,
However, I'm
I
sure
need
that
to
he
know
has
who I'm
take-
speaking to, right?
I'm happy for interest.
You're tapping out then, yeah?
Yeah, I'll tap out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're coming in then?
Now, my thing is,